Okay, back with another exciting drum video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like all the videos. I think I just went over 75 videos that I've made, and I think about 1,300 subscribers. So trying to get to that 2,000 mark. That's trying to get it, or 1,500 would be nice. So if you got friends, share the videos. Tell them to like and subscribe. I think there's some pretty good content, and today is no exception. I'm actually really excited about today's video. I was listening to the song a little, and I haven't heard this song in a while, and it's such a good song. There's two songs, and both of them have a lot of odd time in it, but it's kind of simple odd time. You know, sometimes I think we get caught up in all the complex time. I think I did a video on 1916, Frank Zappa stuff, and Dream Theater and all this kind of, and it gets a little crazy, and some people have no interest in it. But I read somewhere once someone said if you can make odd times sound normal, that's the sort of what you should strive for, because then people can kind of understand it and listen to it. You might even be able to tap your foot to it, which is really weird. Now sometimes it's just cool to monkey around and do crazy things, and that's fine too. But for the most part, I think some people get turned off by the whole odd time thing. And I think it's not necessary. So you should embrace it. It's cool to play in different time signatures, but they're not all that difficult. So today, one song in particular, probably the easiest odd time song ever. There's two of them. There's Money, right, by Pink Floyd. That's in 7. Super easy. Could not be easier to play. Actually, I should have did that one with this one, the two easiest odd time songs ever, but that are popular. But this one is from one of my favorite bands from back in the day. Very underrated drummer. My last video was Danny Serafin, and I think underrated. This guy is super famous, but I still think he's underrated for his drumming, because most people think of him as a singer, and that's Phil Collins. But the Genesis stuff he does, especially some of the older stuff, I mean, he's a really, really talented drummer. If you watch, some of the clips of him playing, sure, Chester Thompson played drums when he was singing, and then they would do double drums. But the two videos the two songs we're talking about today is Turn It On, which really is in 13/4, okay? And that sounds like complex and crazy, but it really isn't. It couldn't be easier to play. And you could break it up, again, subdivide it up, and we'll talk about that. But then one of my favorite songs of all time. It's such a good song. I'm so excited just to be hearing the song again, because I hadn't listened to it in years, and I don't know why. And I heard it a week or so ago in my car. It came on, and it's called In This Cage. It's a medley. It's from the Three Sides Live album. And it's such a good song. It builds. It's a slow. I think it's like a 12-minute long song, and it starts slow, and it just builds into this really cool instrumental keyboard solo with all kinds of odd times, but they kind of make sense. It's in 4, it's in 5. Matter of fact, maybe they just said we want to count to 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, because there's the time signatures are, again, 4, 5, 6, 7, all over the place, interwound, really nice, tremendous drumming, but doable. If you haven't heard, it's about 12 minutes. You have to. So I'm gonna do two songs today, and we're gonna talk about odd time, but I want to call it simple odd time. So we're going to talk about Turn It On Again first, and Turn It On Again could not be easier, really, right? It's the straight sort of back and black beat, right? So it's the straight beat, and we just play it 13 for 13 beats, right? We just keep kind of playing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. But there's a couple ways to subdivide it. So really, I think the piano, the melody, the keyboard melody is broken up into 6 and 7. Okay? So when you hear the song, I think it's probably easiest to play it in 6 and 7. Now you're going to see it up on the screen here. I think I have it set up to show it a couple different ways. But you can see it just in 13/4. And then you could also see it as subdivided into 6/4, 7/4, and then you can also just play it in 3 bars of 4, 4/4, 4/4, 5/4, right? Or well, it wouldn't be 3 bars of 4, but 2 bars of 4 and 1 bar of 5, okay? And that also gives you 13. So however you subdivide it up to get the 13. So, but the rhythm, to be real, to make it real simple, the rhythm is this. I'll do it in the 4/4, 4/4, 5/4 version. 1, 13/4. That's turn it on again. That's the groove, right? Now you can think of it in 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure, you can count it all the way up to 13 too if you want. But that's it. That's turn it on again. We're going to listen to it. Hopefully we don't get the copyright problem. We're going to listen to it right now, and that's turn it on again. It's a great song to play. It gives you that little bit of odd time. Again, melody of the piano is in, I think it's phrased in 1 bar of 6, 1 bar of 7, and then it loops. But you can think of it however you want. Here we go. This is about the 3-minute mark. Okay? And here we go. Turn it on. 13/4, 6/4, 7/4, 5/4, 4/4, 4/4, 5/4. However you want to think about it. Okay, super easy. Play with it. It's fun. It's fun. He kind of does these fills throughout. Okay, now, such a great song. You have to listen. I'm telling you, anyone who watches, Brian, right? Brian's always watching my videos out there. I got a couple new guys that just liked the last video. Got to find the version that I'm telling you, though. Go and look on YouTube. Find this. It's called 3 Sides Live, okay? And there's a lot of video of it. You can watch them play it live, which is cool, too. But I'm so used to the old CD back in the day of the recording, again, from 3 Sides Live, and In This Cage melody. Okay, so it's about, like I say, it's like a 13-minute song. We're going to talk about a fill. Super easy, so cool. I was just driving with a friend of mine, Big Frank, who watches the videos also, and he was listening to the 7/8. He likes the odd time and stuff, and we were talking about that, and we were talking about this fill. It's really a simple fill, but it has such a cool feel. I've loved it for so long, and it's just 1/8 note triplets with 1/2 note triplet accents. That's all it is, but it sounds so cool. It's such a good fill. Everybody can do it. I'm excited. I just want to hear it again. I just want to put it on and play through the whole song. It's so much fun to play. It's one of those songs. So the groove, and I actually ripped this groove off. The first time I was ever in a recording studio, way back in 1986 or something like that. A friend of mine, Ron, who also watches the videos, shout out to Ron, lives in India now. We did some, I don't know what we did. We went in the studio for some reason, and he did some song, I think it's called Pennies from Heaven. Don't know how it came up. But I basically played this groove in 7. I just ripped it off from the song because I liked it so much. I haven't played it that much recently, but it's in 7, and it's got some open hi-hat parts, which if anyone watches my channel knows I love all those accents and stuff. So, okay, so it's a simple song, simple groove in 7, but it's cool because of the open hi-hat, so I'm going to play it for you. First, I'm going to play it. Let me just play it first. The tempo is around, says up here around 140. So I'm going to trust that. It's probably around 140. So I'm going to play it. That's a little slower, right, than he plays it. It's a great 7. It's a cool rock 7. So basically 1 and 2 so if you're counting it and you're not breaking it up into the 7, but you're looking at it in the typical way, it would be 1 and 2 and 3E and 4E. And then we run out of real estate there, right? Because it's in 7, so we don't have an and, we just have a 4E. But while you're trying to learn it, to kind of break it down, 1, 1, 2, and 3, and 4E, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4E, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4E, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4E. Then you could try to count it in 7 if you want, or you never have to count it in 7. You can just keep that up, and once you learn it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you put the open hi-hats in. Okay, I've never done this before, but I'm splicing the video and I'm putting in a different video because while I was editing the other video, I went to a YouTube video of Phil Collins playing the In the Cage medley, and I realized I saw him playing it, I think, differently than how I think he plays it on the recording. So obviously live is sometimes different than in the studio. I still personally like the first way that you just heard, because it has more open hi-hats, and I think in some ways he might have played that way in the studio. But just to be consistent, when they were showing him play this clip, he was definitely playing it a little different. Same feel, but the sticking was different. So what he was doing in this one, still playing it in 7, but if you start on beat 3, he plays right, right, left, right, right, left, which is very different than the way I played it, right, left, left, right, left, left. So he's playing 1, okay? First time, the video prior, I played in the live version, one of them, he plays. I just want to make the distinction that as always, there's different ways to play it. So there you go. I wanted to come back. I think I have a different hat on. I think I put the same shirt on to try to make it the same. Then again, I'm not supposed to tell people this. They may not have noticed, but I figured I don't think I have the same shorts or the same hat, so you're going to notice anyway. Why not be honest with the listener? You know what I'm saying? With the viewer. So there you go. There's the other way that I saw Phil Collins play the 7/8 groove. Okay? All right. Back to the video. Boom. Okay. Then I'm going to play the... okay, so they go through this groove, right? And it's just starting this build. Okay, so then it switches. They do all this stuff. They go into They're playing in, again, in 4, they're playing in 5, they're playing all stuff. Then they do this big build up, and then they come in with this shuffle, okay? And again, Tony Banks is the keyboard player. He's playing all this keyboard stuff, and they come in with this shuffle. So it's a basic shuffle, right? So they're playing the basic kind of groove. And then he's playing this rhythmic part, and this unison line that everyone plays is the 8th note triplet, straight triplets. That's all it is. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta. That's it. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta. But he's playing it on the snare. He accents the quarter note triplet, and if you don't know where the quarter note triplet falls, shame on you. But if you don't know where the quarter note triplet falls, you will after this, right? So, or sorry, half note triplet. Sorry, half note triplet. He plays the accents on the half note triplet. You should know the half note triplet. You should know the quarter note triplet. Okay. The quarter note triplet is every other note, right? 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1. 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1. That's not what he plays though. He plays accents on the half note triplet, which is 1 ta ta 2 ta ta 3 ta ta 4 ta ta 1. So he's playing along 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he plays this fill. And it's with the way the melody's playing over top of it, it's so fun. It's such a cool little, so easy. So easy. So easy, so fun. Okay, I'm going to try to find these songs, play them for you, have fun with this, listen to this song. So good. So many ideas in this song. There's so much going on. Can you see the excitement? It's such a good song. Okay, I'm going to get excited just listening to it. All right, I'm going to go back to the first. We're going to play the 7/8 part first. Okay, I got my old school Walkman. Not Walkman, that's a cassette player. This is an iPod. Sorry, I'm way back. I think I had a Walkman too, though. I got my old school iPod here because I couldn't find the cord for my phone. I'm a little disheveled today. So we are going to put this tune on and see what happens. Again, this is the 7/8 groove, okay? In This Cage Medley, that's the name of it. And we are going to, let's see, what do my notes say? We're going to go to about the 7-minute 30-second point, and we're going to listen from there. And again, there's a lot of changes, so there's a lot going on. It's building, it's building, it's building, okay? It's building, it's building, it's building, and then it kind of drops down into the synth thing. So you're going to hear it right here, and you're going to hear the groove, the 7/8 groove. So good, so fun. Okay, so easy, easy. And work on, one thing to work on, that's a good thing, an exercise to work on for these types of things, is this, it's a good exercise to work on, just playing this. You could use that for a lot of things. Matter of fact, that's sort of like the part in the Boston song, Long Time. He's kind of doing that. Thing is a good thing to work on. But it works. Turns out really good in this song. So that's a good exercise. Just work it. You got to get it super smooth. It's got to be smooth like a finely tuned engine. Super smooth, humming along. Can't be any wave, any kind of time issues. Super smooth, like your favorite milkshake. Just super smooth. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get it back here. 7:30. Double bass. It's already in 7, right? Here we go. So good. I love that groove. I could do a whole video on that groove. When he comes back in, he plays the backbeat on 5. So fun. Okay. So that's the groove part. That's just part of it. It changes like 10 times, right? So that's just part of it. Okay. So then they're going to play, they're going to play, they're going to play, they're going to do all this stuff. Cool double bass build there. Oh, so good. Okay. So then they're going to get to the triplet part, right? So then they're building. So that was around the 7-minute mark. So around the 10-minute mark, they shift into this triplet thing, right? So we got to get there. So they shift into this triplet feel. So we're going to start around the 10-minute, 45-second mark, okay? And you're going to hear it, and then you're going to hear that it's building, and then he's going to play that real simple 8th note triplet fill, accenting the half note triplets. 8th note triplets, half note triplet accent. So good. Here we go. So much fun to play. That was it. So much fun. So there you go. There's the 3 things. In this cage, play that triplet fill with the half note accent. So much fun. You can play it anytime you're playing a shuffle. Anytime you're playing a shuffle, you could play. How often do you do a triplet fill? Fun, especially if you get maybe someone else in the band to play that with you. 7/8. Okay, so you got that going on, and then you got turn it on 13/4. That's it. Practice. I heard someone stole my practice. Someone said, another Frank, not the Frank that I was listening to with Genesis, one of my students, Frank, I was talking to him just yesterday, and he told me he was watching someone on YouTube. Why would you watch someone else on YouTube? I can't figure this out. But I suppose there's other people out there to watch, I guess. And he said, they said, practice, practice, practice. That's my line. Practice, practice, practice. I've been saying that for I've been saying that longer than whoever the guy is who said it was alive. I bet you that. I've been saying practice, practice, practice since about 1989. So I need a copyright practice, practice, practice. And you have to say it with a certain flair. You know what I'm saying? You just can't say, you really need to practice, you really need to practice, you really need to practice. No. Practice, practice, practice. That's it. Done. Okay, so practice, practice, practice. Genesis, Phil Collins. Shout out to Chester Thompson. He's playing it too. They're doing double drums in a lot of this. But, so fun. Put this whole song on 12 minutes. You want to talk about a rhythmic explosion of different rhythms and sounds, and they're all pretty easy to digest. It's not like some of these crazy bands that make things so complex. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love the complex stuff. But this is like easy complex. Does that make sense? Easy complex? Again, follow the rhythms. Have fun with it. Genesis, 3 sides live. What was the other side? Forgot what the other side had on it. It had something on it. That's a reference for all you people out there who used to listen to albums. You get it? 3 sides, a double album. 3 sides live, the other side studio. It was kind of a concept album, you can say. Okay, I'll be back again with something completely different. We like to switch it up. Who knows? You know, maybe we'll do a little Michelle Camilo and do some samba with a cascara and you just don't know. You know. We like to play some different things. So, anyway, have fun with this one. I know I did. I'm going to play the whole song right now. And it's probably filled with copyright violations, so otherwise I'd put it on for you. But hopefully this one gets left alone and we're able to play through it. And that's it. I'm out. Have fun. We'll see you next time. I'm so excited to play this next. I'll take a picture of what my sticks look like before and after this performance. They're going to be a lot more chewed up, I can tell you that. See you next time.